Hi guys, it's me again, Rusty78609, Central Texas, USA. I'm responding to a comment that I got, and it's 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, January the 23rd, 2016. This is going to be a short video, but I thought I'd respond because it's an interesting comment. And again, this is 2017, January, whatever. And this is Rusty78609 in Central Texas, USA. I have full-time RV for 20 plus years, and I also go camping in a car, a Toyota Prius. So if you're interested in RVing or going camping in a car, check out my playlist on my homepage at Rusty78609, my channel homepage. Anyway, having said that, I won't reveal the name, but I will reveal some info. It says, thank you for your vids. It says this is going to be a little off topic. Da 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 da. But he says, my question is, did you ever consider moving to a foreign country like Thailand versus staying in the U.S. and living cheaply RVing? And you know, he noted that I'd been in the Peace Corps in Mongolia, blah blah blah, and he's younger. But anyway, the question is living cheap, by living in an RV is one way to live in the USA. You can live very economically in an RV in the USA if you work at it. I mean, it's not. I mean, you got a plan, and nothing happens by accident, okay? And so, like I have my home base where all I've got to do is pay property taxes. I've got water, electric, and septic, so I don't have to worry about any of that, and rent and stuff. And the RV's cheap, so I live about as cheaply as you can live in the USA. There's no doubt about that. And I've got the music on in the background. I don't anymore. Anyway, I wondered what that was. Anyway, I'm doing this video on a Samsung Verizon tablet because for some reason I can't get the videos to upload today using my Cricket Wireless AT&T stuff. So we'll work on that, and if it doesn't work, well, they'll be fired. So enough said. But anyway, back to living abroad, or trying to find a place to live abroad that's very economical. Well, it's a real catch-22, and it depends a lot on you, the individual. Your age, your health mean a whole lot, particularly your health, because, healthcare in other countries is what it is. It's not bad. In some cases, it's even better. Drugs are much cheaper if you're on prescription drugs. But what I would recommend, number one, is there is a YouTube channel done by a young man. Well, he's young. He's in his 60s now. He was young when I started watching his channel years ago. It's Hobo Traveler. And he's got a YouTube channel, and he also has a web page that's just full of info. I mean, he has traveled for, 20 plus years and lived on less than $1,000 a month in every country he's gone to. So, he's going to tell you about how it is to live frugally in these other countries. I mean, he'll stay in the hostels, and he knows how to find the hotels, motels, etc. that are, less than, $10 a day. So, and he's got on his website, if you sign up as a member for all his stuff, which I never did, I wasn't that interested in it, but, he can be very helpful. He's doing it and done it. He's still doing it now. And but the only thing I really considered as far as going to a foreign country when I first sort of retired, even though I was living in an RV at the time and living very economically, I thought about going down to Mexico to Lake Atitlan. I believe that's in Guatemala, and then there's some places in Belize, and then there's some places in Ecuador. I also looked at some places in Mexico and different places. The reason I looked at South America as opposed to Asia, like Thailand and some of the other places, was because of the convenience of travel back and forth to Texas, the home, to the USA, and also, even though I can't speak fluent Spanish, I've been around it since I was a child in South Texas, so a lot of the words, I know what they mean, and I can get by with getting food and gasoline and stuff. But to go to a country with very few language skills will be difficult, okay? And in my opinion, another recommendation I would make is, instead of picking a country, in other words, I want to go to Thailand, or I want to go to Mexico, or I want to go to Ecuador, pick a climate that you think you would enjoy living in. In other words, you want hot, you want cold, you want humid, you want dry. What do you feel comfortable in? What kind of environment makes you feel good? Find that, number one, okay? Lake Atitlan in Guatemala is elevation 5,000 feet or so, got a year-round pretty good climate. Of course, they have their rainy season, which is not too bad, and that's why I liked it. Now, there are others. There's a place in Ecuador, and I can't think of the name of it right now, and they're inexpensive, and as far as being dangerous, I think Mexico is probably as dangerous a country as you're going to get into, other than Haiti. And as far as in Thailand, I don't think you're going to have any problems. Of course, it all depends on you. If you go to bars and where the girls are and all that stuff, you're going to pay a price for that. Okay, there's no doubt about that. And if you're by yourself, be careful. After dark, you're going to be a damn target. And that's even in the USA. Try going, how about walking around Washington, D.C. at 2 a.m. in the morning? Huh? Give that a shot. Or somewhere in Chicago. How about that? That'll work for you every time. Or New York City. How about Austin, Texas? Same thing. So you got to use good judgment. But as far as the cost of living, check with these expat communities. They'll have websites for every country. I mean, believe me, whatever country you choose, particularly Thailand, which is one of the most popular, because that's where the guys go to chase the girls, okay? And, and they can. And they'll end up marrying them and bringing them back to the U.S., which is okay. That's their choice, not mine. But suggestion number one is check with Hobo Travel. Check his website out and his YouTube channel. Watch some videos, because he's got a lot of them on Thailand. He was there for a while. And he's got a lot of good information. Also, the expat communities, thumbs up to those guys. Some of them can be a little misleading because they're biased. In other words, if these people had a bad experience, it's going to taint their view. So you kind of have to get several views to get a good picture. But when you pick a spot, don't just say, okay, I'm going to go live in Ecuador, or I'm going to go live in Thailand, or I'm going to go live in wherever. Don't commit to that. Just say, okay, I'm going to go there and, quote, check it out, and go there and find you a place that you'll either rent a home or whatever, or a motel room. Motels are your best bet, in my opinion. I'd forget renting a home until I'd been there for several months, because you can get by in a motel cheaper and probably safer in some cases. But you got to know your numbers going in, because as an American, they're going to assume you have a lot of money. All right, so you're going to have to watch. You're going to have to check with the expats, and maybe have somebody meet you on arrival, or find out where they get together in the evenings and go visit with them and find out what the tricks are to get in the cheaper places, because every gringo is going to get nailed with a price that's up here, and the average guy pays the price that's down here. Okay, so just be aware of that. But for your own protection, be careful. Know the tricks. You got to have to. If you're going to be traveling in foreign countries, you don't want to be wearing jewelry. That's out. Forget that crap, because that little ring that you thought was so pretty, you may lose your finger. Okay, or your hand. Look poor. You want to look poor. You want everything worn out. Go to Goodwill or somewhere and get you some old wore out clothes and wear those when you're traveling. Because if you look like you've got money, somebody's going to want to take it from you. Because an American dollar In Ecuador, Guatemala, Thailand, that's a lot of money. And if you've got 100 of them, you just made somebody a rich man or woman or whatever. And they'll run every scam in the world on you, man. And, you can watch some videos about that. But, if some girl comes up to you and she's beautiful and you know what you are, you're average, and all of a sudden she's in love with you, what do you think? Lights ought to go off. Bing, 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 bing. Anyway, and they work in groups. They'll work in teams because some of them, that's how they survive. So trust no one. That's step one. The expat community, I'd even be careful with that because, some of these people down there have an attitude. They hate the United States, even though they're from the United States, and the world is always going to end tomorrow. And so just be careful with all that sort of stuff. And, gather all your information up front. Pick you an environment that you like and go to a city. Go to a city. Don't worry about going to a country. If you said, well, I'm going to go live in the USA. Wow. That's a hell of a big target. Narrow it down. Narrow it down. I'm going to go live in Denver, Colorado. There you go, because I like the climate. Or I'm going to go live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You see what I mean? You see the difference? Because when you pick a country as a target, wow. Pick a city. Pick one city. And then inside of that city, pick a motel to start. And then after that, build out. Anyway, hope that helped you or confused you. But anyway, check out Hobo Traveler. He's a good guy. He's been doing it for years. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy USA made when you can. I know y'all pointed out that I drive a Toyota Prius, and I do. But I do try to buy USA made when I can. Take deep breaths, drink plenty of water, exercise, keep your health. And who knows, you might be able to get to watch this video whenever it gets uploaded. I've been having some problems today. But anyway, thank you guys for all your comments. Thank you people at FanFund. I love you to death. Bye.